I'm the last one?
No.
Okay.
We done about four.
Okay.
About four. We're here at Greenwood High School with Mr. Barren Cleark, who's a principal here at the high school. Mr. Cleark, how you doing?
I'm very well. I appreciate you coming out here to talk to me.
Okay. Hey, tell us about your journey to become the principal at Greenwood High School.
For the last 4 years, I was principal of Amanda LZ Junior High School. And then in October, I was offered the opportunity to be principal at the Greenwood High School, and I could not turn down the opportunity to be the principal of the flagship school here in Greenwood, LaFleur Consolidated School District.
Where's your home? Your home and background?
Oh, home. I've been a resident of Greenwood for the last 20 years. I am from Clarksdale, Mississippi. Came to Mississippi Valley in 1998 and never left LaFleur County.
Okay. Almost 20 years or so in education?
About 15 years in education. I was a biology 1 teacher for most of my career, well, for all of my career. And then I got into administration to kind of put my hands on more children and fell in love with it.
Okay. So we're in one school year, but this is your second tenure, second stint at a school. How was it? Many times when you get the job, you say, my mind is on where I'm going to be for at least this year. But that was interrupted. You had to come over to the high school. Talk about setting another stage for this high school. You said the flagship.
Well, Greenwood High School, like I said, is the flagship. So when I got here, there were things that, a culture change that needed to happen. Myself and my administrative team are on the way to changing the culture at Greenwood High. We see great things coming down the pipeline for Greenwood High. We see Greenwood High becoming a successful, our goal for this year is for Greenwood High to become a C school.
Okay. How did you know that you could do it? You know, the challenges, those here, you came in with your team, and you can talk about your team too, but how did you know that I can get over there, I'm there, I have a task, I'm going to change it? How did you know that you could do it? Because it's evident that it is happening.
Well, my faith in God, my faith in my assistant principals, Charles Brown, Danina Flowers, and Shawandra Davis, and just the faith that Dr. Mary Brown and the school board put in me. When they offered me this position, they had faith in me. So I turned around and made that become a reality.
They're actually teenagers when they come. Sometimes teenagers when they leave too. But this is kind of the last stop, 9 through 12, to get them ready for college or to get them ready for the world of work. What do you do here to make sure they're prepared for either the two that they choose?
So our goal here at Greenwood High School is to prepare students for college or career. We do that with high quality instruction in the classrooms, and my cohort at the vocational center, Mr. Charles Streeter, makes sure that those students that might not want to go to college are prepared through the vocational center.
Coming down the hall, one thing we can see here, students in the classroom, they're quiet in the classroom. Didn't see a lot of students out loitering in the hall. What do you have in place to stop that?
Oh, supervision. Without order, no learning can take place. So that was one of the first things that tried to put in place here at Greenwood High to make sure that things are orderly and students are supervised and teachers are teaching from bell to bell. And for the most part, we've got buy-in from our students and our staff, and things are going extremely well.
A typical day at Greenwood High School for Mr. Cleark is what? I mean, you're taking a moment for us now, but you've been busy all day.
Well, being a high school principal is a task in itself. Typical day, I get here 7 o'clock, do breakfast duty, make sure that breakfast is going well, breakfast and office duty. About 8:30, I start classroom observations from about 8:30 to 10. And then from about 10 to 10:30, 11, I answer parent phone calls, parent conferences, meet with teachers, and being back in classrooms, making sure that our teachers are doing what teachers and students are doing what they're supposed to do. Being a high school principal also, I also have to make sure that along with Mr. Gatewood, that our athletics are running as they should. Our basketball team, boys basketball team, won the district tournament. Our girls placed second in the district tournament. Girls travel to Pontotoc on Friday, and our boys play a home game on Saturday. And I'm asking everyone to come out and support those boys Saturday. And if you can, please travel to Pontotoc to support our girls. They deserve it.
What was it like on this campus this year to have the football season that your team had, and also right back around, get basketball team going into the second round of the tournament, girls and boys? What is that like? What does that do for the morale of your campus here?
Oh, it's great. It gives it gives the school and the community a sense of pride. The Bulldog, it gives a great pride for our school. It keeps our kids motivated, and it lets them know that they can, through teamwork, they can accomplish anything.
A lot of principals and around some say, listen, my principle is about academics, and sports are okay, but my principle is about academics. Some schools, but you seem to say, well, I'm going to mesh academics and athletics.
Yes.
How do you do that and have both of them up successful?
Well, I feel like we're going to win on the field and on the court and in the classroom. It kind of goes hand in hand. If a student plays basketball or football or whatever sport they play, that keeps them tied into the school. That helps keep them motivated. So we can hold them accountable. We can say, if you don't hold a certain grade point average, you can't play. And then if you can't play, you're holding your team. You are hurting your team, and they don't want to let your teammates down. So it just helps our school community.
When it comes to teachers around the state, about the state, maybe the nation, and then we come to the Delta, there's a shortage of teachers here. How do you keep your classroom staffed with qualified teachers, or even people that's going to replace them when they have to be out, and for the student to still get that education that he needs to go to the next level?
Well, here at Greenwood High, we have the typical problems of the Delta. There's a teacher shortage around the state, but I try to make Greenwood High a place that people want to come work. So my philosophy is we want to make Greenwood High like a family, but in my family we hold each other accountable. So we're going to have a family atmosphere, a collegial atmosphere, but we're going to be held accountable. And people want to be held accountable. So that's just kind of how I see things.
How would you describe your leadership style to get done what you need to get done? People have different styles. What is yours?
Textbook definition, I'm a transformational leader. I use my interpersonal skills to get our staff and our students to do what they need to do. I'm not scared to share my successes or my failures. It's not all about success. You're gonna fall in life, but you have to get up when you fall. And I use all of those successes and my failures to motivate our students and our staff.
You're still a young man. Some people go into education, and they get there and they get to the classroom. A lot of times they start stuff in the classroom to administration. And they get to the classroom and they say, well, I chose this profession, it's important, but I can't stay. Mm-hmm. You've chosen it and you've stayed. What's keeping you connected to your education?
So first of all, I'm not that young.
Okay.
But what connected me to education was my background. And kids, they see the finished product. But I didn't come from an affluent background. I came from the background of similar to most of our kids. And what I tell them is what allowed me to flourish in life is education. And I want to see our kids have that same success that I have. And this is just part of me giving back.
Okay. Building, how do you suggest the teachers build a teacher-student relationship? Talk about that for a minute to get them again to the way where they're supposed to go.
Well, no significant learning can take place without a significant relationship. We have to build a rapport with students, and that rapport can be built in many different ways. Some students like to see you come to their basketball games. Some students want you to ask about their personal lives or take interest in, just taking interest into that whole student. And once that relationship takes place, and once it is a really positive relationship, students will take what you're trying to teach them and run with it. Like I say, no significant learning can take place without a significant relationship.
In entering this campus at Greenwood High School for the first time or on a regular basis, when they turn into this campus, what do you want them to see and realize here at this school?
Well, I want them to realize that our students are on par with any students in the state and in the nation. We're going to build a world-class school and world-class atmosphere here at Greenwood High. Now, let me say, Rome wasn't built in a day, but brick by brick, we're building a first-class learning institution over here.
I know Dr. Brown often talked about attendance. So the students got to get to school, got to come to school. What are some of the things you're doing to get their parent involved? We see all this says and know that to get that parent engaged in that child's education, then they will make sure that child is coming to school every day. What are you offering in that area?
So we send home letters. Our district does a great job with a Facebook page to offer our parents information about not just attendance, but many things that are going on throughout the district and in Greenwood High School. And Dr. Brown is right. Without the kids here, no learning can take place. So we need them here. We have in the past struggled with, I think what is called chronic absenteeism, but those numbers are coming up. We offer incentives to our kids for coming to school, for being on time, and just doing what they're supposed to do. So we offer our parent meetings, monthly parent meetings, and we talk about attendance and academics and other things during that time. So
Sometimes incentives are often offered to students to do well. Is any of that in place here?
Oh yeah. So what I found is our kids love to. So we have a uniform policy, but there are some certain times that Dr. Brown and Dr. Pulley will allow us to relax that uniform policy and allow our kids to dress down. And I find that we offer that incentive for attendance, for academics. We offer pizza parties, free tickets to the game for attendance. So we got a few things in place that we offer incentive-wise for our kids when they are doing what they're supposed to do.
Okay, so in that dress down day, to give them some time to kind of like be themselves. At this age here, they want to be individuals. Let's talk about their cell phone. Their cell phone many times is a part of, matter of fact, not just students, but adults too. What is the cell phone policy here at Greenwood High School?
Cell phone policy at students, according to our handbook, students are not allowed to bring their cell phones on campus. So that is a issue that we will be dealing with, not only here at Greenwood High School, but across the nation. Cell phones are not going anywhere. So I think it's incumbent on us as a school and a school district to find a way to utilize those technologies while holding our kids accountable. But like I said, right now our policy is no cell phones.
You had, matter of fact, you welcomed us to come in and talk with you. You had no reservation about that. Why are you so willing to talk?
So I have an open door policy. Students, parents, community members, just come by and talk to me. I'll let you know. I will share the great things that's going on with Greenwood High, and I will also seek input from anybody that'll talk to me. I consider myself a people person, so I just feel like the more people that I get input from, the better person I can be, and in turn, I can make the school a better place.
Make a statement about public education, the importance of public education to the students, to this area even.
I'm a product of public education. Public education did me well. My children are in the Greenwood, LaFleur Consolidated School District. Many of our parents cannot afford private school. So we want to make Greenwood the best option for students here in the LaFleur County area. Public education, we need it in our state. We need full funding for schools. We not only need it, we deserve full funding for our schools. Our students deserve everything that those students in Madison, those students in Tupelo get. And without, the funding for public education, we can't get it.
This district still in transitioning from, matter of fact, it's a new school district, LaFleur County, the Greenwood LaFleur Consolidated District. The two districts merged. But coming from the outside, coming in, you can't really tell that. Doesn't mean that it's going well. This is the first time that we've had this, brand new. Talk about the people coming together as school leaders and the community.
It has been a process, but it has been a good process. And as I stated a moment ago, Rome wasn't built in a day, and this school district won't be built in a day. There are great things going on in the Greenwood LaFleur Consolidated School District. Dr. Mary Brown has done a great job in selecting leaders for the school and for the district. For my part, I think our district is going on its way to be a successful school district.
Okay. On our way out to end this interview, your parting thoughts.
I just want to ask the community to not only support Greenwood High, but to support the Greenwood LaFleur Consolidated School District in our efforts to educate the students of LaFleur County. Education is important, and we cannot do it without the support of the community and parents and all the stakeholders here in LaFleur County. And I appreciate the opportunity that you've given me to talk to you about the things going on here in Greenwood, at Greenwood High, and the Greenwood LaFleur Consolidated School District.
Thank you again for your time this morning, and congratulations and good luck on where you're taking Greenwood High School.
Thank you, Mr. Hall.